Hey everybody, this is the Simonetti Source, and this is a video a lot of you guys have been waiting for since the Washington Nationals ended the Houston Astros in the World Series. This is going to be my video of the information that I receive based off what the Yankees may do in the offseason. Last year, if you guys remember, I didn't do a video, I should say. I actually put notes, my notes that were based off of my conversations on Twitter that really took off and got a lot of good information out there for the Yankee fans, especially people on Twitter that follow me and follow the Yankees. A lot of the information became accurate. So guys, I just want to start off and say thank you all for being so supportive. I also want to thank the new subscribers I have, which is really going up very quick. Also on Twitter. So let me do a quick little introduction to this video. Guys, again, just to rephrase, I did this last year on notes of what I'm going to talk about, Yankees free agents, possible trades they could make that have been on a list of theirs of guys they want to keep when it comes to free agency, guys they may look to go after in free agency. One of the things I changed up this year, and this is why this video took a little longer, I sent out some text about certain players I know the Yankees were interested in the past, to get some feedback on what could happen and if that's a possibility this offseason. So I also added that this year. So not much has changed. The Simonetti Source is the Simonetti Source. Guys, you know I don't really follow notes. I do have some today. But again, knowing who I am, I really freestyled this stuff based off what I was told. But I do have notes to kind of keep me on track and notes of what I was told regarding certain players. So folks, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's start first with New York Yankee free agents. So these are the free agents that were current members of the New York Yankees. We'll start there. The first big name has been reported today by Jon Heyman that the Yankees are interested in bringing this guy back. Now, I can tell you right now, Brett Gardner is probably 90-95% chance coming back to the New York Yankees. There is one little thing involved in there from my understanding. It's possible that Brett Gardner will like a 2-year deal with the New York Yankees, and the Yankees might be willing to go there. Many of who I speak to, so when I say many, I speak to 3. So 2 of the 3 I talked to said they expect Gardner back on a 1-year deal again. Above $10 million, they don't see him just saying, hey, cool, give me 6, 7, or 8. Seen some people on Twitter say, give him 4. Gardner, whatever you want to say about him, which I don't know why anybody would really dislike this guy this much. A great fielder still. Hits for power. You know, even though you could say juice ball or whatever you want to say. But plays great defense. Good fourth outfielder. Good fill-in. If the Yankees can mix him up, of course, up with somebody else. Possibly in a platoon type thing. We'll see as I go later in that video. I might have an answer to that. But the Yankees do want to bring Brett Gardner back. Some are telling me that it's a possibility they do a 2-year deal with him at a smaller salary, or they go year by year with Gardner. He accepts a 1-year deal, $10+ million, and the Yankees would go from there. Didi Gregorius. This is one that Yankee fans already are kind of, you know, it's funny because you go about to 2018, for an example. Let's go to 2018. I don't think anybody this time is talking about another shortstop because Didi, you know, was so good. And last year, of course, he had the injury. So whatever. You guys know all that. A lot of the mindset of Yankee fans have changed when it comes to Didi. They've gotten more to the point of, let's move on. Let's get somebody new. Now, maybe that's a sexy thing. And I'm not calling Didi sexy. I'm saying sexy in the term of a new person. A new person there. Maybe that's a sexier option right now. We're not, you know, bringing Didi back. But here's the thing. The Yankees love Didi. This is not some created thing that I'm telling you now. It's out there. The Yankees are big fans of Didi Gregorius. They are not big fans of Didi Gregorius' price tag. That's what they will not do. So when it comes to Didi Gregorius, the Yankees would like to have him back. Am I a fan of that? No. But the Yankees would like to have him back. It will all come down to what Didi Gregorius is going to look to take. This is a time for Didi that if he ends up getting a 4 or 5 year deal from somebody, you may have to jump on that. Didi is in his 30s now. He is definitely going to look to try to get a decent deal. I think he's going to be 30 or 31 around there, whatever it is. I know he's right at that, 29, 30, 31, around that area. Maybe I'm wrong. So again, off the top of my head. But I know the Yankees do want to bring him back. They would like a 2 or 3 year deal. I don't think Didi goes there. I think there's other suitors out there. Philadelphia, to name one, makes a ton of sense. And there's obviously other teams that will make sense. Cincinnati can make sense. Teams on the come up, on the rise, can make a bit of sense for Didi Gregorius. Hell, the New York Mets could make some sort of sense if you really want to break it down or try to figure some things out. But Didi's a good ball player. Didi had the injury, and of course, it looked like his timing was never there. Didi's always a pretty good fastball hitter. Looks like he never got his timing down. Glove is always good, well above average. But the Yankees would like to bring him back on a smaller deal, shorter years. It's up to Didi if he will come to the table for that. The word is right now, he's going to look for something better than that. This could be something that could play out for a little while if the Yankees don't find a replacement. And potentially he could come back to the Yankees. But as of right now, opinion based off of me, I personally believe the Yankees move on. For what I'm being told, that they would like to have him back. And they'll go from there. 2 more Yankee free agents I'll discuss here briefly, and then we'll get into the more juicier stuff that I know you guys want to hear about. Cameron Maybin and Austin Romine. The Yankees like Austin Romine a lot. They like his leadership. It will be up to Austin Romine if he wants to come back to the Yankees. If he is going to seek a full-time job, maybe a job where a catcher in front of him is not Gary Sanchez, and he could get some more playing time, I do think that it could make some sense for the Yankees to bring Romine back and maybe up his role a little bit. Say, hey, look, we want to push you a little more, get you involved in some more games if Gary struggles. But the Yankees don't really see the Gary struggle the way that some of us do. The Yankees love Sanchez. Hell, I tell you guys all the time, I love Sanchez. I just want Sanchez to be the guy we all thought he would be, not the guy that now we are just comfortable with. I always thought Gary is better than this. I know he's better than this, and I think he could become better than this. I just want to see that. But Austin Romine is a possibility to come back. The Yankees obviously going to let him do what he wants to do. It is not a major priority for them to attack. But if Austin Romine wants to go ahead and look for a starting job, the Yankees have other guys in mind. Again, of course, you got James McCann is a trade out there that a lot of us have talked about. He's one of the guys that I asked one of the guys that give me information about, and they said that would make, that would obviously make some sort of sense. He doesn't have knowledge of the Yankees going after him before, because that is a common trend of the New York Yankees, especially Brian Cashman. If he has liked you, he's usually gone after you at some point and has tried to acquire you. He said he doesn't have information on that when it comes to James McCann. But one name to look out for, of course, is already a backup the Yankees have, and they could save some money here. That's Higashioka. So good old Higgy can get that job and win that job and stay in that role. He hits for power, we know that. Not much else on average. Decent defender. Could make a lot of sense for the Yankees. Maybe they'll get some depth in the minor leagues to add just in case if that doesn't work out. Cameron Maybin is the other name to watch out for. The Yankees think they found something in Cameron Maybin. They believe that Marcus Thames really fixed them up. They did a little something with his batting stance early on, the way he's getting to the ball. And it really made a difference. He was excellent for the Yankees. Now, other teams can also see that and possibly look to give him a better opportunity than the Yankees could. But you also got to remember, with Aaron Hicks being out, Gardner's going to be there in center. Tauchman possibly. These guys are left-handed. You also got your Clint Frazier. You could possibly have Cameron Maybin. The Yankees will have to save money in some spots. Maybin could be the spot where they save money. From my understanding, they do have interest in bringing Maybin back. But again, it comes back to the idea of saving money or bringing a guy in, giving him a little bit, see if he accepts it, or you let him go. So the Yankees have a couple of different options here. We'll see what they do with their remaining free agents. Now I want to jump into the elephant in the room, Gerrit Cole. So I'm going to put these notes away for a second so I can focus on talking to you guys about Gerrit Cole and everything that I found out and heard about Gerrit Cole. The New York Yankees want Gerrit Cole. Don't get that wrong. Don't get that twisted. The New York Yankees want Gerrit Cole to center this team and move forward. You have multiple Yankee pitchers now. We know what CC Sabathia said, that he spoke to Cole about being a West Coast guy pitching in New York. Okay, fine, cool. But again, that's not going to be the do-all, end-all, because CC Sabathia said, hey, man, come on. It worked for me and it worked for you. Come on over. It's money. It's money, folks. We know that. Now, I had some people message me and go, hey, Pete, I know you believe the Yankees are going to go after this guy, but what is the difference between him and Corbin? We heard the same thing about Patrick Corbin. He grew up a Yankee fan. He wanted to come here. They rolled the red carpet out, and he just won a World Series. So what is the difference, my friend? Tell me. Here's what I was told today. Because I asked the same question. I said, guys, look, I'm going to put this out there again, obviously, and we'll see what happens. But let me ask you guys this. And I asked 3 different people this, and I got the same response of everybody. I said, tell me what the Yankees see is the difference of Corbin when they didn't decide to push a little further and Gerrit Cole. And they broke it down for me pretty simply. The same reason you guys had concerns over Patrick Corbin was the Yankees' concerns somewhat over Patrick Corbin, besides they did believe he was going to be the pitcher he is now and is turning into even more. The difference is Patrick Corbin came off some bad injuries. Patrick Corbin came off an arm injury, a couple of other injuries, and if you guys remember me talking about Corbin before he became good, and I was saying the Yankees like this guy, they've been looking to trade for him, they want to get him. Multiple off seasons ago, you guys who have followed me for a while have been there and know that this is 100% accurate. He finally got his slider back. He finally got healthy and took off in the second half of 2017. Yes, 2018, he had a great year. He became the guy everybody expected him to be. Then, this year happens. But 2018 happened. He was excellent. He became a free agent. Here's the difference from my understanding, and it obviously makes all the damn sense in the world. The difference for Gerrit Cole is Cole has done this now in the American League. Cole has dominated in the American League. The New York Yankees have loved this guy, same way they've loved Patrick Corbin, but the big difference is the man doing it for Houston has proven himself a bit more over a period of time in the league, facing the Yankees, facing the best teams in the American League, in the AL West, a great pitching staff, under big games. We saw what he did in the postseason. That is everything that Gerrit Cole is riding on a white horse on, saying, hey, who wants me? Because the resume is now there. Had somebody message me and go, hey, Pete, how did you know that this guy was gonna be an ace when he had a 4.50 ERA for the Pirates? Well, again, I don't just see things as a baseball fan. I get information. So I listen to the people that are talking to me, and they've told me for a long time now that the Yankees were all over Patrick Corbin. They really wanted him. And again, I put the news out there when I thought the Yankees were very close to acquiring him. And then I broke the news when he became a Houston Astro. So, again, it's not me just saying this. I have additional information that helped me make up my decisions and my opinions of certain players, because I get a little more information than the average fan does. But here's the thing. Is Gerrit Cole going to come to the Yankees again because CC Sabathia said, hey, West Coast guy, come on over, it's cool for me? The Yankees are going to have to do something. The Yankees are going to have to spend more than they probably want to get Gerrit Cole. Now, I can confirm he's 1A. He is 1A. This is not the type of thing where the Yankees are going to say, look, we're going to wine and dine this guy, take him out to dinner because, hell, we can afford that. Well, we can't afford you. We can, but this dinner isn't discounted, but you need to be discounted. That ain't going to play here. And I think the Yankees already know that. They have an understanding of that already. They're going to have to make a significant push to get my goodness, I'm still on Patrick Corbin. Gerrit Cole. Possibility of this happening. I wouldn't say it's as high as I thought with Patrick Corbin. That's even talking to my people. They believe the Yankees do have a legit shot as anybody else because they do like this guy. They do want this guy. They have liked him for years. And they do think they will take the additional steps needed, potentially, than they did not take with a Patrick Corbin. So that's the big difference, because I know that was going to be the question. So, folks, here it is. The Yankees will indeed make a run at Patrick Corbin. Now, again, does this end up with the Yankees getting him? There's no certainty to that. Will the Yankees push harder for Gerrit Cole? I think I said Corbin again before. My God. Gerrit Cole, yes. The Yankees will roll out the red carpet. They'll have people talking to him. They will obviously up offers, per my understanding, if they need to try to get this guy here. And folks, the whole California thing is nonsense. There is no, I'm only going to play in the West Coast. Not for this guy. For Steven Strasburg, who I'm not going to talk about for this reason, I have been told he's likely looking at staying with the Nationals, number one, or going to the West Coast. That is what I've heard about Strasburg. Now, the big 1B for the New York Yankees is indeed Zack Wheeler. The Yankees also like Zack Wheeler a lot. The analytical department loves Zack Wheeler. They love everything he can do. And the Yankees do think they could possibly get Zack Wheeler on the cheap. Maybe 5 years, $100 million. Some even believe could drop down to $80, $85 million. For a guy like Wheeler, I don't think $85 million will cut it. I think Wheeler's going to get a better deal than most people think. Because his numbers are there. He has great spin rate. One of the hardest throwers as a starter. And a lot of teams feel that he's at that little plateau now where he's about to take that next step. And they're going to have a really good bargain on their hands for multiple years. The Yankees like this guy a lot. They've liked Wheeler also a lot. And from my understanding, he could be a very well a backup plan to Cole if the Yankees feel early on, look, we're not going to be able to afford it. Hal Steinbrenner, we can't afford that, so we're going to turn our option elsewhere. Or also the trade market, which I am going to now get into. So now let's jump into trades. And this can be the key to the offseason for the Yankees and many clubs out there. A lot of people think this could be a deadline of trades and who's available and who could become available. So this is very early in the trade process. As you guys remember last year when I put this information out, James Paxton's name wasn't on there. I came in later with that name, putting that out there before he was traded to the Yankees, saying that he's a very real possibility for the New York Yankees. They're starting to talk to Seattle and a deal can come together pretty quickly. That deal eventually came together. That was not a talk when the Yankees had their offseason meetings. Now, the reason why I didn't get much into, I'm kind of going to break this down to trades and possible free agents on the offensive side that the Yankees may look into, maybe a relief pitcher or so. One of the big names that I want to talk about, who recently played for the Milwaukee Brewers, Eric Thames. Now, what people tend to forget, and I asked about Thames and I was also told about Thames, that the Yankees are interested in Eric Thames. I was told that the Yankees are interested in a possible platoon at first base with Luke Voit because in the Yankees organization, Brian Cashman has done one thing good. And he's done a lot of things good. But one of the things Brian Cashman has now done is that he has a lot of people who give him a lot of information, but he really takes that information. So going back to DJ LeMahieu, for an example, Cashman didn't want to do the LeMahieu deal. He had others say, Brian, sign this guy, make this deal. I'm telling you, this is what you got to do. So he listens to his advisors around him, and he sees what everybody believes, and they go from there. Eric Thames is a guy that the Yankees are interested in because some people in the Yankees organization are not completely bought on Luke Voit and think competition for Voit will make a lot of sense. The other reason why Eric Thames makes sense is a big lefty. The Yankees love it. Brian Cashman loves lefty power hitters. He is 100% that. And do not forget, the Yankees were one of the many teams who tried to sign Eric Thames. So they know they like him already. They tried to sign Eric Thames when he came from the KBO, the Korean Baseball Organization. That might be right. That might be wrong. I know it's KBO, I think. Don't hold me to that one. Again, I ain't sure the guy got from the top. I freestyled this. No, I actually do have some notes today. But Eric Thames is somebody the Yankees like. He could play first base. He could play left. He could play right. And in the beautiful American League, you have a thing called the DH. Walks, hits homers, bats left hand, and he strikes out. He's everything the Yankees love. They don't need more strikeouts, but I could see why the Yankees would be interested in Eric Thames. Eric Thames is a free agent. Don't see this guy getting a huge deal. I could definitely see him taking a one-year deal. Also look out for teams overseas who are going to be bidding to get this superstar back because he's still a superstar there. He's been a good major leaguer here as he came back. And we'll see what he decides on doing. Does he look to take a monster deal possibly overseas or continue play in the major leagues? The Yankees are interested. He, according to who I spoke to, he is a guy that was mentioned as a possible platoon with Luke Voit, and a guy they like because he can play other positions. It's not like a Mike Ford, not to knock Mike Ford, but Ford's playing first base or DH and that's it. So you could do a platoon there, but the Yankees do like guys that are a little more versatile, that they can do different things with.
I feel like I'm jiggy in the 90s. Jiggy in the 90s.
Yankee fitted, chain bling, denim jeans, diamond ring, hustler status, A-OK, Sicilian Rustic, name your way. Boss status, non-figure, blueprint, like Jigga, fast life, bottle liquor, our time, cow hitters. You know